Ba, 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 wa, wa, ba, da.
Great.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
C2W.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Will do, boss. Get her done.
Be careful down there, boss.
Map has been updated.
Right, who am I calling the boss? Hold on, I'm the boss, technically, in this game. I just killed a dog. Or a sheep, sorry. I hate how in this game silencers are like limited time for the mission, then you don't have it for the rest of the mission. It's really not useful when both my guns aren't silenced. I would imagine there's probably at least one person inside too. How he doesn't hear that is beyond me.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Guard post captured.
Oh, no one else here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Okay.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been
That antenna is
updated.
one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking. Wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
The map has been
That's another
updated.
one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Probably shouldn't stand up.
Говоришь, ты жил в Украине? Да, когда был еще ребенок. Ну что? Народ, наверное, брат собирается отправить в Запад. Он не сказал, в какой именно городе, где в Украине. Нет, действительно изучал ядерные технологии. И честно, я тебе не завидую. Я каждый день сижу и жду. Душманы прирежут город. Думаешь, у них тут все сложится? Слышу все эти слухи в этих городах. Детские, радиации. Это только в городах, где испытывают ядерное оружие. Говорят, турецкий реактор самый надежный. Надеюсь, ты прав. Давай.
Nope.
Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
You have arrived at your destination.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
The map has been
That
updated.
antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The map has been
That's another
updated.
one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Okay, fuck this. What? I can't shoot through the... Come on. His head blew up.
Outpost captured.
Yeah, dude, I'm opping out here, you know? Saw the replay of that in the corner of my eye.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
I don't even remember how to do that. Oh, no. I don't remember. Oh. To blow shit up.
Thinking of using C4? It's an explosive that you detonate by remote control after you've planted it. Alright, now get to a safe distance before you set it off. To detonate it, hold the ready button and then press the action button. That radio transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete. A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas. Destroy the targets. Any method will do.
being
That looks like the target. We know where the antennas are now. Take out both of them. How you do it is your call. Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you. Nice. That's the second one. Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Please select a support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Yikes. I had a really bloody face afterwards.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone.
Fire
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Mission list updated. Commencing platform construction.
Boss, we've received a back-channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
This war... The Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasi Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Sounds pretty on point with American shit on how they always gave stuff to the terrorists and now blow them up.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they model themselves after us.
They're a far cry from the likes of us.
But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free rein?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time,
They missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them, but now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us, an extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you, the legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us. Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. And with Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of it strut. His body was never recovered. But he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection. Then he gives them the okay without our permission. All the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Wacht Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Wacht Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss. That's the Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
You have arrived at your destination.
Понял. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи. КП, это ЗОС-7. У нас труп. Противник где-то близко. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро. Конец связи. Всем боевым фронтам. Это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверите эти питания. КП, это ЗОЭ-2. Немедленно проверю. Конец связи. КП, это ЗОЭ-4. У нас могут быть нарушители. Полная боевая готовность. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Ищите подозрительные.
Nope. Okay, yeah, shh.
Всем боевым группам! Это КП! Мы вступили в схватку с противником! Всем боевым единицам приготовиться к бою!
Run! The fuck? I have the run button pressed down.
Всем постам! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление с Риком! Прикрывайтесь! Удержите позиции своими силами! Конец связи!
Come on, but that was a bad place to stay.
Это дальний патруль! Обнаружен вражеский боец! Атакую! Прием!
You have arrived at your destination.
Ow, that's fucking rude.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Что
See if it kills him or not.
You got to extract him. Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away.
Okay. It's getting really annoying.
You have arrived at your destination.
Aren't I supposed to be looking for it, dude?
Огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте
killed him, dude.
There, that's the target.
Это мой шедевр.
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to fool them in.
Bye.
Target extraction. Troops complete.
It's been updated.
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Well, that was less messier. Any day now. Any day.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss.
Cool.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Please select a mission. Please specify a project.
Welp. There's probably nobody watching, so I'm just gonna go bye.